Hello, friends. How you doing? Day 425. Hope you're doing well on this weekend. And if it looks like I'm wearing a robe, I am. It's coming in tonight, and I just want to share with you my check-in with my cluster for week 3 of The Artist's Way. And for those who are not familiar with it, it is a book written by Julia Cameron, and it's to help people essentially unblock any of their creative process. And it could be anything. You don't have to be an artist or anything. You could be a musician, a writer. You can even be a mom who's trying to manage a home, right? And just maybe you're stuck in some way. So it's just helping the creative side inside of you kind of break free, if you will. And so far it's actually been quite enjoyable. Had a little bit of resistance the first week if you go back and see my review, but we are now on the third week, which has been great. Started with 4, now had 3 last week, and then now 2. But it's okay. The 2 left, we are still committed to finishing the 12 weeks. And so we're already a quarter way through. So it goes by pretty quickly. So to give a quick review, if you will. So the morning pages has been good. This week I found that doing the morning pages, it's something we have to do every morning. Actually, it's kind of like a mind dump. And what I've been finding now that I'm 3 weeks into doing this, is that I'm starting to treat it more like a diary or a journal. And so we're not supposed to look at the pages until a few weeks down the road, maybe 2 months in. And so it'll be interesting when I go back and see what I wrote every day. And so again, I was a little resistant at the beginning, but I'm open to learning and experience and then checking out. And obviously things have started to shift a little bit. And so week 3, it's the title is Recovering a Sense of Power. Okay. And so this week, it's been interesting. It's going down a little bit deeper. It talks about things like anger, what else? Shame, growth. And so it goes a little bit deeper. But what I find actually what quite interesting with this book is that it's from a different perspective than from most books that I've read. Most of the books I've read are from it's from like a business perspective or a psychological science background. However, she's an artist herself, so this whole book is written from an artist or creative's point of view. And so I'm actually really enjoying this, reading this, and actually seeing seeing what her perspective is. And so it's added another dimension for me to actually understand things at a different level. So that's actually quite cool. And so for our tasks this week, artist state. So every week we're supposed to take ourselves, our inner child or a creative child, to go on a date and help connect with our inner child again. And so this week I decided to do something I had not done in a while, which was go rollerblading, and more importantly, grab a ball and a stick. And so for me, my first love has always been sports. And I've been injured a year and a half now, so I haven't really been playing any mini sports. Definitely not hockey, and that's the one that I love the most. And so just to get back on my skates and grab a ball and just go around, oh my god, it felt so amazing. It took me back to my high school years when I would every summer I would go play with my brother and a couple of friends, and we would play every day, literally every day, and after school. And so that's how much we loved it. And just taking myself on that artist date this week, doing that, it brought me back to those feelings. And so, when's the last time you did something that brought you so much joy? It feels amazing. So I definitely encourage you guys to do that. And then what was cool about this week's tasks, was that it asked us to go back in time a little bit, back to our childhood, and just remember, what was in the childhood room, and what did you like the most about it. And then also want to go back and get, what were your childhood accomplishments that you were actually proud of. So I had a few things here. I'm not gonna share here. Uh, but what else? And then it talked about habits, right? Certain obvious rotten habits, bad habits, and some subtle bad habits. And then also talked about environment, right? Association, nurturing friends. Who are your friends who will nurture you, who are supportive? Supportive. And then it said to call one, so I did. And then also talk about your inner compass towards your health, and that's very important. And then talked about, asked us to think of as a few people that we admire, and then what traits do we admire in those people. And the last thing was, who are 5 dead people that you would love to have a conversation with, and then what traits in them made you want to. And then the last one is compare the lists. And for me, my lists aligned, which is great because that just means that I'm connected with my values, really. And when you actually do the exercise, it's actually quite powerful. And again, like, I don't know where this is going to go, like this whole process of going inner. And with the book itself, the whole premise is really about your creative process, your creative inner child, artistic child. It's actually more of a spiritual journey than anything. And the beautiful thing is anyone can go on it. I know sometimes as a guy, right? Spiritual woo. But you know what I found is actually the spiritual side of life is actually the most important. And I've started to embrace that like probably a good decade ago. I've always in the back of my mind said to myself, you know what? I should probably prioritize my spiritual growth. I just hadn't in my early 20s and mid 20s even. And when I got into my late 20s, early 30s is when I started to actually take it a lot more seriously. So, and it's been amazing, my friends. It's been amazing. It's been the most powerful journey that I've been on. And so if you're hesitant, I definitely encourage you, reach out to some people that you trust, that you look up to, admire, that you respect in terms of growing spiritually. And it doesn't have to be religion or anything. It can be. Or if you want, you can do the book. And if anyone wants to actually join us, we're only going to start, I'm just starting week 4 to tomorrow. And anyone's welcome to join the cluster. 2 people dropped out. They say the ideal size is 4. So love to have 2 more people join us. Anyway, that's all I want to share today with regards to week 3 check-in with the Artist's Way. And again, if you've never heard of it, quickly look it up. It really is. I had never heard of it, but my friend wanted to do it. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll support you. And so far, I'm getting so much from it. Anyway, I hope that helps you in some way, shape, or form. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.